Okay, everybody, welcome back to Sugar Tarot. So, I just need to amp myself up a little bit sometimes because, well, I mean, you know why. So, anyways, here, welcome to your Trigger Tarot readings, Aries. You know, I kind of had to do something, just to lift my spirits because, it's very, very important, especially being Aries. Aries is a very, very awesome sign. Very, very hot, super hot Aries out there. I'm just saying. But what are we talking about today? So Aries would be, wherever my finger is pointing, it would be right there, the goat. The goat, right up there. Look at the goat. Look at it. Okay, you looked at it. Great. So yeah, that's Aries right there. And your birthday is from March 21st to April 19th. And so you are amazing. So what do we want to do today? Well, first of all, we're going to do a tarot reading, which I'm a complete amateur at this. But shut up, Sean Connery. I'm a complete amateur at this. But what we're going to do today is we are going to try to find what's going to happen within this month to the mid-month. So I'm going to cover two signs. So this video is going to be for Aries and Taurus because YouTube is a little bit weird with, amount of gigabytes I throw at them. I throw like 20 gigabytes at them and they're like, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll figure something out. So what we're going to do today, Aries, is we're going to read your cards for the beginning part of the month to the middle part of the month. This could carry over. So if it carries over and you have excess baggage, just claim it. I know you got to pay $20 extra at the counter, but, do what you can and just, bring it on through to the rest of the month or the next month or whatever. I don't care. So Aries, what we're going to do here today is we're going to read your cards. Ooh, look at that. You know what? I need to use this somewhere. I'm going to put this on the somewhere. So we're going to put that down there for now. We'll probably use that somewhere within the deck here, but I'm going to go ahead and shuffle 3 times. Aries, I've dated one of you and almost dated another one. And so that was always fun. But yeah. So what we're going to do today, Aries, is we're going to figure out what's happening within this month. And that's basically what we're going to do. So I'm going to read your cards. We're going to look at the first part of the month. My shuffling sucks, but I hope you don't mind because, I'm an amateur at this after all. So you get what you get. But what we're going to do here is there is going to be a flip-flop card. This is going to be your over-under card. It's going to go like that. It's going to be a bipolar card, so it could be positive, negative, whatever. Then there's going to be a U card. And then after that, there is going to be your journey card here. There's going to be a other card here, and there's going to be a outcome card here. So we're going to start here, go here to here and there. But we got to get the basic card to start, right? So, you know what, Aries, I'm going to let you pick because you're very commanding. You're very bossy. I mean, you're very nice with what you want. And I'm going to go ahead and let you choose here. So I'm thinking you are, your energy, I'm going to let you pull my finger to where your energy is. So, no, it's got to be the cards. This one, right? Ooh, King of Wands. Okay, so this is the over-under card here. And so this is going to be a very interesting card. And, basically, we'll start here with this. But I need to put down the U card here, which is going to be this, the Hanged Man. But up, right side up. Then the other card, then the other card, then the other card. So that's what we're going to do here today. I'm going to put this deck over here. And Aries, because I like you so much. I'm going to blow a little bit of fire on this for luck. So you've got this little luck dragon here. Have you ever watched The Navigator? I mean, not The Navigator, but what's that one movie called? The Never-Ending Story. That's right. Never watched The Never-Ending Story. If you ever watch The Never-Ending Story, you're in luck. If you never saw The Never-Ending Story, you're going to have negative luck. I'm just kidding. I'll give you some luck here. So, dragon fire. All right. There we go. Oh, you got some luck on there. All right, good. So here's the thing, right? So we look at this over-under card, and it's kind of positive, negative, whatever. I pulled it up, and I usually pull them upright all the time because it makes sense. And so what you got here is a King of Wands, right? So he's got a big stick. So you're like the person with the big stick. You're a girl or you're a guy. I don't care. You're someone with a big stick. And so you're very powerful. You're very, very powerful here, right? So what this means with this hangman ups right up. Yes, I said that right. The hangman is typically here. There's number 12. There's the King of Wands here. It's whatever. It's basically like, I'm going within myself to learn something. But with the hanged man upside down, he's not hanged anymore. He's like, I don't need to hang anymore. I know what I'm doing. So Aries, you're going full bore into some kind of project or something. I don't know what the heck you're doing, but you're doing something and you're going full bore into it. You've decided that you're going to take your stick, shove it into the ground, and act like you're hanged, but you're not hanged. You never got hanged. You are full of sun, and you could bake some bread with that sun. You see this? See the sun card right there? You can bake some bread with the heat of the sun and make some loaves of something. You could do something with that sun. I know that much. But maybe you're a baker. Maybe you're a baker and you use the stick to make the bread, of which, I don't know, that doesn't make any sense. Let's pull up the next card here. I'm really confused here, so we're going to have to pull either community or chance card here. And so typically what I do here is that if this is about you, which it seems to be completely about you, not about me at all, I'm a little sad. I was hoping I had something to incorporate with myself, but, well, I guess, you're on your own journey. So, this is about you. So if it was about other people, I'd have to pull a community chest card. But because it's about you, we're going to have to pull a chance card. So, just so you're not freaking out, you're like, you didn't shuffle the deck. Well, I did shuffle the deck, but I'll go ahead and shuffle again just to make sure, you're not freaking out. So we'll go ahead and shuffle again. So whatever the top card is, that's what we're going to pull. And we'll see what we pull here. Ooh, look at that. Can you see that? Your building loan matures. Collect $150. Ooh, look at that right there. So Aries, wow. You got $150. You must have got your stimulus check before everybody else did. It's very plausible that you did, because Aries is about go-getting things and making sure you don't screw things up, even though you do. I mean, sometimes you don't. But, you got the stimulus check before everybody else did. So you're kind of contemplating about what to do next. And you're the king or queen of your desert with a lizard thing. And, you're trying to figure things out. So, what to do. You've got a lot going for you. This is amazing. So if you're a baker, that basically means you're on the up. You're on the up and up, because here's the thing. You know what the fact is? If you're a baker, people need bread, right? Bread and water are the two basic essentials most people live on. And you can live on bread and water if you wanted to. That would, you really could do that. So you could be making somewhat of a prosperous aspect off this. You know what? This would make a lot of sense, honestly, because with the whole, whatever's going on here with mandatory shutdowns and stuff, you're gonna make some money off that dough. Look at this guy. He's got smoke in his mouth. He's making money. He's just sitting back, relaxing, like, yeah, I work for Pillsbury. Screw you guys. I got my money. And, that's great for you, but everybody else is like, I'm poor. So, Aries, what's going on here? Aries, I want to say you're doing great, but other people are suffering here. You got to look at other people's needs and, what's going on with it, because this is important in life, Let's see what's going on here with the other card. This seems to be kind of a personal thing here. So we'll pull up the other card here and see what it has to say. Ooh, look at that. You get the big man on campus, but the big man on campus is upside down, so it's the little man on campus. So it's the little tiny person on campus, about the size of a little mouse, So you're feeling pretty good, but the other card, your significant other, you, yourself, or, somebody else is feeling kind of down, because you've got all the bread, you've got all the dough, you're an awesome baker, like you've got everything working for you, but they have so many cups that are unfilled, and you're like, oh, can you please help me out here? And you're like, no, I'm standing upright. I don't care. And it's a very bad card. I mean, I'm serious. You guys and gals are kind of screwed here. Your other significant other is going to really hate you. So what can we look at this here? I don't know if this significant other, if this is your single or a significant other, but I'm going to pull 2 cards and we're going to try to figure this out. Okay. So we're going to try to figure out how we can overcome these difficulties and maybe we can make this better. So we're going to try that here. So I'm going to pull the Uno card, which is skip. Ooh, that's skip. It's totally skip. Although, what with the matchmaking card here? So I decided to use matching cards here because it was kind of fun. So this other person has got a rainy day on her shirt. So I'm guessing you're a girl. But you could be a guy that's kind of feminine. And what does it have here? It's got she's standing next to the water. It's got a little rainy shirt. She's happy, but there's rain on her shirt. She's portraying rainy days. So what does this kind of mean? What could this potentially mean? This is a really tough question here. I want to give you an answer. This is a really tough question. But there's a skip card, which means you skip over this whole thing, which means that you might be skipping over your significant other going, well, I'm okay, whatever. But inside, you kind of understand it's kind of rainy here. So you're kind of looking at the world. It's kind of it's a sunshiny world outside, but it's rainy on your shirt. This is what you're portraying to everybody else. I think this is the reverse because this is a skip here. So the skip could not mean maybe this. Damn it, what? Dice don't fall on the ground. Stay there. So what does this mean? I'm sorry, I have to. I put extra die here, so in case you're new to this Aries, let me just pause here for a second and say that, this is the over-under, this is the you card, this is the other card, this is the other card, this is your journey card, your risk card, and this is your outcome card, which would involve these cards here too. But I will use these cards in case I'm trying to make a decision, and in case I need money or houses, I will use this. And there's houses and hotels there for Monopoly. And there is my favorite little dragon here that will give you luck. So if you need luck, you will get a luck dragon to blow fire on your cards. Otherwise, everybody else that doesn't get luck might be kind of boned. But I think everybody should be pretty fine, honestly. Anytime I do these, so far the turnouts have been great. I've had a lot of people tell me that it's been amazing. And, I also wanted to say before we get into this Aries is that as far as what I've seen with other tarot readers and all that, other tarot readers are kind of fighting each other and going back and forth trying to figure out who's the best one. And I've realized with what I've done with these that I've beaten all of the other ones out there. There's amazing ones. I'll list some down below that I really like too. But I've beaten them all. And I don't mean to make a soft break. I'm going to make a very hard break right here. And so what I did was this.
I follow your banner.
So I decided that Frosty the Snowman decided that he said that I win. So he made a little banner here. And so we're going to stick this banner here for a victory because we won. And so because of that alone, this is a good outcome, regardless of how things have happened here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to skip this rainy day, and it doesn't matter anymore, but there's still this upset person here. But because of the skip and because of the I win card, we are going to turn the frown upside down. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead with a big man on campus. Everything turned out right and everything got skipped. So this is probably, from what I can tell, this is probably in your head, right? And you're like, my partner doesn't like me. They don't think very much of me. But your partner kind of probably does because of the skip card, because of the I win card, because of my status ranking on tarot readings, and making a victory banner. I'd like to stick this banner somewhere. I'd want to stick it here, but it's kind of close to the fire. So, I'm going to probably just put it there, right down. So you could see that. So Aries, you win as well as I do. And so because you've helped me become the best tarot reader in the entire world of YouTube and any other platform there ever would be after this, which I'm sure YouTube will probably, well, anyways, we both win. So what ends up happening is that this guy, the big man on campus, what you think your partner did, turns around. And you're like, hey, just because you thought things weren't all that great, guess what? We both win. And your other partner's like, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm not going to be like this anymore. I'm going to turn to be like this because it all got skipped. So what do we have next on the line here is the risk card here. So let's go and do this. So you have the Hierophant. So you, according to the new Brigandine game that came out, you're the Hierophant, which means that you're Rudo or the Emperor, which is a backstabbing, well, not good person. But maybe that doesn't mean that for this. So what do we have to look at here? What we have to look at is that you've been glorified. You feel like, oh, actually, they really like me. I'm the Pope, and I've got this crown, and I've got all these gold and all these gems, and look at my staff, man. Look, it's really strong. And then everybody's looking at you like, you got, you took all our stuff. But what's going to end up happening here is that everything turned out right, and you think you're the holy. You think you're the Holy See. I mean, you're sitting pretty on your little staff. I mean, on your chair, and it's number 5. So if you have to add up numbers, what we got here? We got 12, King of Wands, number 4. So 12 to 4 and 5. So that's 9. So we need a 3. So we need a 3. Let's see if we can grab a 3 somewhere, okay? Has something to do with this too. Whew. Eastern Canada. So what does this mean? You have to conquer Eastern Canada. So what does that also mean? Is you have to do it without assault rifles because they banned them recently. So you can't do this with assault rifles. You have to go in there with a popsicle, and you have to conquer Eastern Canada with a popsicle because he's got like this long popsicle here. I mean, look at this. He has, if you look at his hand here, he's got a little popsicle ring on. Have you ever had that before? I mean, the popsicle rings are kind of popular here, but he's got a little popsicle ring on his fist. on his knuckle there, and he's sucking it. And so you got to go and conquer Eastern Canada with a popsicle. And that's going to be hard because that's a huge territory. Have you ever been to Eastern Canada before? I mean, I haven't, but I mean, it's probably really nice. I'm pretty close to Canada, but I've never. So anyways, let's go and let's look at some more cards here. We are going to pick this card here, and this is going to help you understand something. Ooh, look at this. Oh man, I've had this card before. So this is the little red cap gnome card. So if you could see that right there, you see the little red cap man. He's just sitting there. He's a little dwarf, So if your significant other is like 3 times less the size of you, so she could be like an inch tall, and you're like 5 feet tall. She's very short. You're offering her a little cup with a little flower inside and going, oh, look at that. She's like, oh, I love this. Oh, please give me more cups. And you're like, I've got this other cup behind me. And she's like, oh, you do? Oh, can I have that other cup? And you're like, well, no, I was saving that for someone else. But here's the thing, this is what you're doing. You're saving his cup for someone else. And it's kind of messing with things here. So what ends up happening is you think that your other partner is flipped around. You're the Holy See. You've got this little orb of stuff on your face. So you are crown chakra'd out. You have too much crown chakras. You decided to give your little significant other some crown chakras, but you got this little hidden one back there. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You've got a crazy reading. I have never seen this before. It's probably because it's the second time I've ever done it, but I've never seen this before anyways, and I don't think I'll ever see it again. But remember, you win. So it doesn't matter, Aries, you win because, Frosty the Snowman says you win. So what are we going to do? Well, if you didn't know, we're using risk cards. So there's a secret mission there. So we're going to use risk cards. So that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to see what your secret mission is. That's going to help us understand everything. Destroy all yellow troops. Ooh. Can you read that? If you control the yellow troops, occupy 24 territories of your choice. Instead, destroy all yellow troops. What do these all cards have inside of them? Yellow, 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 yellow. Boom. Just like that. Do you hear that? I don't know if you don't, you're deaf. But, here's the thing. What you got to deal with here is yellow. So what I see in this card here with yellow is that if you look at this the correct way, and I'm not telling you the way that other people are telling you, I'm telling you the correct way. So let me rephrase that. If you look at her with the hair, focus? Oh yeah, look at the hair. If you look at the hair in a particular way to the right, the yellow part, she's got a little cheeky face, She's looking away. She's like, oh, I don't know. It's got a little birdie face, little cheeky face looking to the right. But if you look at her face, it's all flustered and full of red blood, ready and willing. I mean, she's very happy to accept this cup. So if we look at it like this, it's saying destroy the yellow. So what is the yellow? The little cheeky face there. And what's this? This is arrogance. This is a cheeky face. This is like, I don't know. I'm embarrassed. I'm a coward. This is arrogance. This is overdoing arrogance, overdoing cowardice. This is overdoing staring into the wind. This is, this is messed up anyways. But this is your partner that you think is now turned, his frown upside down. This is you being the Pope. This is Eastern Canada. You know what that means? Destroy all yellow troops. So guess what? Just like that. Boom, boom, boom. You're done. You have no cards. You screwed up. But you know what you can do is that we can pick up a card to see what happens. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look at one of the original cards here and see what the fact is. This is the first card that I pulled, and I said it was going to go somewhere, and that's where that goes. So Aries, Ace of Wands. What does this mean? Do you know what this means? I'll tell you what this means. So you know what this means is that Ace of Wands comes out of nowhere, and you're like, whoa, there's a big Ace of Wands, and there's a hand that's coming out of nowhere. It's like, where did I come from? I don't know. But I got a big stick, and I want to beat something with it. So, if I could find that other card on the ground. Where was it? Where'd it go? Nope, not the Pope. Oh, wait. It's over here? No, it's not over there. I think it's over there. It's way over there. 1 second. I'll be right back. In 2 shakes. I'll be back. So what does it mean, Aries? I had to pull up this card that was initially there. King of Wands and Ace of Wands. So what does this mean? You had to get rid of all the yellows. But this guy will turn up because he's the over-under card. So you can be positive, negative. But guess what? This started the whole thing. So there's a wand there and there's a wand there. There's one hand holding the wand here. There's one hand holding the wand here. So what does this basically mean? You went crazy. This was all in your head. It had nothing to do with anything at all. And, you made me go kind of crazy too because I drew this stupid thing and that doesn't mean anything. But what that means is that you have the power to hold a stick. And so with that power of that stick, you are in control. You're letting everybody control the factor of how you're doing your life and how you're working your life. And boop, 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 that everything got out of hand. Do you see why? Everything got out of hand. And now that you know that you need to hold on to your pole, you can take control. And I'll leave you with that. So don't mind my cool cowboy hat down here. I don't mind. I'm just going to wear my cowboy hat because, I got one and I like it. I'll wear my cowboy hat. So we're going to do that. So don't mind my cowboy hat if it, gets in the way sometimes. I hope you don't mind. But anyways, that's what that means. And, Aries, you are amazing. You are amazing people. You really are. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helped you out. Don't mind the cards on the ground. That don't matter. They don't mean anything because you had to destroy all yellow troops anyways, and they were all yellow. But the over-under card, that has to stay, that cannot go, and that's the reason why it has to come back. But anyways, this has been your reading, Aries, for the month of May. Up until the middle of May, maybe later on. I do have some more videos to make, but we're going to move into Taurus here. So let me clean up here a bit and we'll do Taurus, okay? And we'll timestamp this down below so you can go ahead and check out your sign and all that, and we'll get to it. Thank you so much, Aries, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped you out. If this didn't, it's probably because I'm a complete amateur, but then again, I'm learning, so I'm getting better. So this could be completely right. It very well could be. But I will be back, Aries, in the middle of the month, and we'll get to have some more fun there, okay? All right, on to Taurus. All right, Taurus, welcome to your horoscope for May 2020. It's the beginning of May. This could carry on into the next part of May, but it might not. So what do we got to look at here? We're going to look at Taurus right up there. I think that's the bull. So what we got for Taurus today is a bunch of different cards. We got a little I win flag here. This is my territory. I'm going to mark the territory. Taurus might be able to do as well. And that's too freaking hot to put in there. Yeah. So anyways, Taurus, this is a win card. This is a month of wins. And I got to tell you that because this is what I've been dreaming about for the longest time, at least like yesterday. But this is the month of wins. So got a little Frosty the Snowman there going, I win. And I think he's right. So this is going to be a win for everybody this month, honestly. I really do think so. I think everybody's going to be able to, turn the key and break free of their cage and see the light outside and be like, dear God, I haven't been outside in like 6 months. And then you'll go outside, the sun will hit you in your face and your eyeballs will burn. But hopefully it won't be too bad, because even though you've been turned into somewhat of a ghoul or a zombie for a while and you're really white and pale, like, I mean, look at me, I'm really white. I mean, look at how white I am. I'm almost as white as this candle here. Holy cow. I need to get out too. I don't want to turn to a vampire. And there are times that I've done some of these readings and zombies have appeared in these readings. So just be careful of that. Maybe give me some luck here in order to do this. So do a little fire. All right, so we got a little fire there. And then we're going to look into your cards here, and hopefully everything will be a win-win, okay? So Aries was kind of all over, but Aries was very explosive. Eventually I had to throw away every single card except for 2, and we figured out what the problem was. And we fixed the problem. I mean, I think Aries can really fix the problem very well. And if they can, then I can also learn how to shuffle. But, at one point, okay. But, Aries did a lot of good stuff within themselves. Honestly, sometimes here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you are going to a place for addiction of some kind and everybody's looking to you like, what did I do with my life? I went outside and I exercised. I built a house and then I jumped off a skyscraper and I, jumped in a pool and then the next person on the line, in the addiction source is like, well, I made some eggs. Everybody looks at the guy like, oh, look at that person. Here's the thing. Everybody has different steps in their lives, right? Some people go to very vast extremes. Some people just have to start off with a very small footprint, and that's kind of what happens with life. It's true. Not everybody has the most grandeur types of ways of getting to that point. And so with Taurus here, I think this might be kind of like a baby steps kind of thing. Maybe this is a baby steps thing, but you will still win. Let's look at the cards here. Let's try to figure this out. I am going to go ahead and pick a card for you, Taurus, because, Tauruses have, a very powerful magnetism to them. And so they might draw too many cards from here, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and pick it for you, Taurus. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to go ahead and pick this card right here. Oh, actually, this one's supposed to be upside down because that was the way I was going to pull it. But typically, these are over-under cards here, Taurus, so I hope you don't mind. But this is an over-under card. This could be positive and negative. We'll pick the rest of the cards here. I did shuffle and all that. So this is the U card here. So this is a Tower card, which is pretty big. That's pretty heavy. I won't lie. That's pretty heavy. And then we've got other card and the other card there. So I'm going to go ahead into this. And if you guys and gals haven't checked out this book, this series, Vampire to D, you can go ahead. Actually, I shouldn't advertise because I'm not affiliated. But I just, I'm reading it. I like it a lot, and I think it's amazing. But let's go ahead with your reading here. Sorry, I've got Asperger's, so people are like, what is he doing? He's all over the place. Well, sometimes I got lost in trains of thought, and I'm trying to help. I'm trying to be helpful. But, I do get a little bit, I kind of multi-manage, but not very well. So anyways, So what do we got here? As far as this goes, this is really crazy, And you might be saying, well, whoa, you should have pulled the tower out the other way because you're about to pull the tower out the other way. But then I was looking at it, I'm like, no, 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 we got to pull it out this way. And I know this looks a lot worse. I'm sorry, Taurus. This looks a lot worse. But like I was saying beforehand, this could literally be baby steps about something because this could end up in a very validly, is that a word? Yeah, I'll make it a word. So you're going to end up in a very validly place. So what I've said before in a reading here is that this is the Four of Swords. If you can't read Roman numerals, dear God, the school systems have sucked and have failed you very, very hard. This is a V, which means a 5. This is a 1, which means a 1, or an I. And what it ends up meaning is if that 1 is before the 5, that means it's a 4 because you're going back. You're looking at the end here. It's a 5. 5 determines a lot of things. And you go back to the I. So 4 down 1, or 5 down 1 means 4. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 swords. That's what that means from Latin. So if you'd ever studied Latin language, which I have, I was in a monastery. I had to learn Latin, which sucked, but I had to learn it. And that's what that means. If it's a 5 with an I on this side, that means 6. You're starting to get it. I hope you are. If you're not, ask more questions. I'll help you out. Anyways, I got off track. So we got a 4, and we have a X is 10, 5, 10 and 5, 15, plus 1. What does that add up to? 16. So that adds up to 16 right there. You got a couple of idiots jumping out the tower because it got, exploded with lightning, which literally, if we look at, what is it? Johann Connacht Dimple. Johann Dimple Connacht. Johann Dimple. I have to look this up real fast. Let me pause this real quick here. Okay, Taurus. So if you didn't know and you're not sure and you have absolutely no idea and you've listened to what the media has told you forever, they're 100% wrong. And I know that I'm an amateur at this, but I know 100% that I'm right. Johann Conrad Dippel was one of the counts or people that owned Castle Frankenstein in Germany. And he did make Dippel's oil, which had nitrogen within it. And he did work on cadavers to potentially bring them back to life. He was an actual alchemist. And so what ends up happening is that he blew up the tower, quite literally. They say it was a fable, but he really did because he was an alchemist. Come on. You can't fool me. Alchemists blow up their towers all the time because essentially they're noobs. They're idiots and they don't know what's going on. And so, you got Dipple jumping out the tower like, oh no, lightning struck it, and boom, nitrogen just, poof, there goes the floors, there goes fire, there goes everything. His apprentice is like, oh dear God, I didn't sign up for this shit. And he's falling down to the ground. And, you're looking at this like, what the hell is going on here with this reading? What is going on? I'm sorry. I don't mean to say the S word, but sometimes that comes out of my mouth because, I might even have Tourette's too. But here's the thing. You've got this guy who is waiting to be impaled by these 3 swords, right? And he's like, you know what, bro? I'm not getting impaled because I'm a statue. And you're welded or, you are mortared into the crypt here because this is a crypt and you're mortared onto that, you're mortared onto the coffin lid. So you're not going to fall for the 3 stupid swords. Boom, boom, boom. Because if you fell through them, you'd get impaled. Your eyes would hurt, your chest would hurt, and your tummy would hurt because, that's the way the fingers are pointing. And so you're not going to be impaled by this. You know that there's stuff happening and it's terrible. Your apprentice is like, oh man, I'm falling out the tower because you did some stupid Frankenstein crap. And, now I'm falling out the tower. But you're not going to take repercussions for this. So you did something crazy. You are crazy. You could very well be a crazy mad scientist trying to Frankenstein something back to life. Now, do you do it? Well, there's a little crown falling off over here. So it's like, well, maybe you did. Because it looks like, boom, you hit the tower, and then there's a little crown. It's like, well, maybe. And, maybe you did something crazy and it worked. But you're not going to take repercussions for this. This is absolutely insane. So the only thing that I can try to figure out for this is to choose chance or community chest. But because this deals with yourself and another, there's two people in here, I have to choose both, right? So before we get into this, Taurus, I hope, here, throw some power my way, some luck and all that. We need to get some dragon luck here because I'm okay. All right. So we need to get some luck there, right? So what we're going to do is going to pull a community chest chance. This is for other people that are involved in your life. This is for yourself. If you didn't know, if you haven't seen my other previous readings, you're at a loss. But we're going to pull this up here and we're going to see what this card is. Oh my God. Look at that. Ophiuchus. Focus. Ophiuchus. 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 There we go. Oh, Ophiuchus being a little weird today. Taurus, do you guys not like Ophiuchus? Ophiuchus is amazing. Why don't you like Ophiuchus? What's wrong with you? Bank error. In favor. Collect $200. So you actually made some money off this. This is absolutely insane. You did something insane. You Frankenstein somebody back to life. Someone back to life. You brought someone back to life. And you made money off of it. A speeding fine. $15. So although this isn't a go to jail card, it looks like a go to jail card, but you got away with it. You got away with it. So this card goes here, and this card goes here. So you're surprised. You're like, whoa, I made $200, but my apprentice died. Whoa, that's awesome. And then you're like, whoa, speeding fine? Oh, I could impale myself. Oh, I don't know about that. And you're pulling yourself back. You're like, well, I don't know what the hell you did, but you are insane. You're a mad scientist this month, at the beginning of the month, or the end of the month, or some other time of the month. I don't get those times of the month, but maybe you do. So anyways, that was basically that for there. Let's pull up some other cards and see what happens here. So this is the other card. This is the significant other, and it's the Wheel of Fortune. I think it has to be right step though, because Lady Luck is telling me that. And you know what? You know why this whole reading has been just off, and I've been off too, because I've been trying to use Lady Luck, but I did not ring the bell. And there's a little sphinx on the top of here, which I've never seen before. Do you see that little sphinx? Little blue everywhere. And there's a little blue sphinx there with a bunch of angels and a freaking turkey and a bull and another turkey. I need to get the bell. I need to signify the luck for here. So Taurus, we're going to turn this frown upside down. This is a good fortune card. So things are turning around for here, but you got the apocalypse on your side. So you're only going to see this at the end of this month if the apocalypse comes to fruition, based upon this blue sphinx who has a sword and is invisible, because the artist was too lazy to draw another kind of blue. So he just made him look invisible. At first, for the longest time, I never saw this guy, but then I looked. That kind of looks like a sphinx head. And what is there? It just appears to be a stupid sphinx. So let's go ahead and let's look at that. I'm going to pause this real quick because I know this video is getting long and YouTube is going to be upset with me. Okay. So let's slow down a bit. I think the fact is Aries drives me into a very quick mode here, and Taurus kind of needs to slow down. And I've been very excited tonight. I gotta say, I really have been, because, just finished up the multiplayer and I lost a lot of territory. And so I'm very, well, anyways, I won't advertise anymore about that. But, this is about you, Taurus. And I really do wish you the wellest ever. So if you have a well, maybe drop some water from the well and get a drink, because you might be thirsty here. I know I am. So the Wheel of Fortune here. This is great. Honestly, you have Dr. Victor Frankenstein something into creation. You have necromanced your way into the future, and you're worrying about what's going to happen to you, but only your apprentice dies. You're okay. I mean, you fall on your crown and you crack your crown. I won't represent any kind of musical songs that I've heard that represent that, but you are okay. You're okay because of the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is a very interesting card. If it was upside down, which I don't think it should be, it's basically saying you got a bunch of angels protecting you. You've got this little weird little foxy dude here on the other side, which I keep forgetting about, who is just rubbing his butt on the wheel. So you got to watch out for that part, because there could be some poo on the part of the R and the little N. So watch out, because he's got a big ass and he's rubbing it right on that wheel. So watch out for him. Other than that, you should be fine. So let's move into over here. Let's find out your risk card, what could possibly be. I'm going to turn this over here because this is a Wheel of Fortune. This seems to make sense as far as this goes. So you had this whole Frankenstein thing where you thought what you created was just a terrible idea, but it turns out right. And you might be like, well, how do you know that? You didn't pick any of these other cards. And you're right. I didn't pick these other cards because you got the win card here. You got the win banner here, which is awesome. Anybody that's ever had this before, they know they're going to win. And so this little Frosty the Snowman here, that makes the most amount of sense I've ever known. It's there, right? You see it? Oh, if you don't see it, well, I don't know what to tell you. But if you really, the fact is, I'm sure you're asking me, or like, do you really, really know? I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know. But if I do know, I'm going to pick some cards here just to confirm this I win card here, okay? Just so that I don't look like a total, complete amateur, of which you might be like, you kind of do, but all right. We got two naked people here. We got a naked butt there. We got swords here waiting to impale, and a couple of dead people here. So what are we going to look at here? Like, if we have to confirm this, because Taurus is all about finance and getting things right and doing things a very earthy way, as far as like how to progress. And you're like, did you make some money on that? And you're like, well, maybe, so we're going to make sure, because it has to do with a lot of physical things. So I'm going to throw everything at this, Taurus, just to help you out, to help you succeed, because sometimes I wonder about you. And I try my best. I do try to help. I'm a Scorpio, so you're my opposite sign. And I think you are the most interesting type of person there is. Probably because of my sign, but I really do. I really do. And if you ever notice this with the lovers, you've got... Has anybody ever noticed this? I'm almost positive nobody ever has. See the tree over here with the tree of life? Tree of knowledge? Get it? One is on fire. The other one is full of fruits with a snake. And yeah, you read Genesis, you'll figure it all out. So what do we have to do here? We have to pull up some extra cards. So I'm going to pull up Uno and matching, because I want to figure this out. Here we go. Structure. Matching has structure. So your Wheel of Fortune has to do with structure, but what does the Uno card have to say? Two lovers, right? Two lovers. There are 4 swords. There is a 16 number. 16 out of 4 breaks down 4, 8, 12, 16, right? 4, 8, 12. Yeah. Breaking it down to 2. Wheel of Fortune seems to be kind of a whatever card. So we're breaking this down into 2s. So your reading is going to have to deal with 2s, right? And then when it gets down to lovers, it splits. There is beauty and love and fruit with a snake, though. And there is fire and exposedness. You know, where one's on fire and one's fruitful. So you're gaining something spectacular with either way you go. Really. Truly. Absolutely. But it has to do with structure. It has to do with how you structure your life. So you might have lost a friend, and I apologize, and I'm sorry. You might have lost a friend. This could be a funeral right here. You feel like you're downtrodden upon the funeral, but you're going to gain some fortune, and you're going to find a lover. Or so this could be a lover card, because this is 2. This is, this is prosperous integration and all that. So you might actually find a significant other through this misfortune of being Dr. Victor Frankenstein. So you might have been a crazy person, but you're going to find a loving source here to help you. So this goes 16, 4, wheel, 2, and 6. These are all even numbers. Right? You think so, right? I think so. Anyways, Iceland. What does this have to mean here? What does Iceland have to do with anything? That's a tough call. Because Iceland is northern, and so it's filled with ice. And so what ends up happening here is because it's connected to the lovers, your lover is going to be cold to you. Your lover will be cold. You'll be like, no. They're going to play cold. They're going to be cold because they don't understand. You know, the fact is the craziness that you have gone through has led to success. And now you are going to find your lover is a bit cold because they're going to be a little, I don't know, they're going to look back at your success and they're going to be like, man, you Dr. Frickin, you necromanced someone back to life. I don't know about you. And you're like, but it's successful. And I'm doing what I think is right. So they're going to be a little cold. So Taurus, this is a love reading for you. I just have to say, I hope you're okay with this, but this is literally a love reading for you. And, bank error and all this stuff here, as far as the way things have gone, speeding fine, everything. This is a love reading, and I'm very happy for you. Very good job. Very good job. It all goes in 2s, right? Let's find out the last card here. So last card, last card has to be up because 5, 6, 7, 8. All even cards. All even cards, right? Don't mind the 20. Or now it's 2. Wow, look at that. It was sitting on 20 and I hit it and it went to 2. Everything is 2 here. Everything's in 2s. Look at all the 2s. There's 2 beings there. Immortality. You have found your soulmate, Taurus. You have found your soulmate with strength. Strength, pushing through it. I know it's a crazy idea that you decided to go for, but your lover, your potential future outcome person is going to be a little cold, but you will find your strength within all this stuff here. You'll find immortality. You will find that you will go on forever with this person. And everything will be okay. So I hope you enjoyed that, Taurus. There's nothing else left except for a secret mission card, which honestly, I don't think I have to pull because this has been amazing. Everything has just kind of gone your way. You are feeding the lion. You are in control of the lion. You have control. What this basically means, this yellow card means, is that you are in control of your own strength. That's what that means. I don't care what anybody else says. You could be another tarot reader, but whatever. This means that you are in control of your own strength. This is what this means. Because you're bigger than this lion, which is bigger than most of the land. There's a mountaintop there. You're bigger than a lion, which the lion represented the devil to some degree. Some people will be like, no, it represents God. No, it represents, other half. You're taller than a lion, and you have the immortality symbol on top of you. And it's freaking 18 right there. Boom. Done. I'm done. I'm done with this reading. I'm done with this whole thing. Taurus, up there, right here. You're truly amazing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. I think that you've won big time. Frosty says so too. I think so too. I really do. I wish you well. And so the next reading is going to be with the zodiac sign of Gemini. So we'll be up for Gemini next. But thank you so much, Taurus, for being here. I hope you have a great time. I hope you have a great day and all that. I hope everything turns out well the way this worked. We're going to move on to Gemini next. Okay? So I know we talked about Dr. Frank de Frankenstein, which is actually, if you research this and you look at Frankenstein's castle, it's Johann Conrad Dippel. And he researched and he tried to produce Dippel oil, which from what I've been able to research has nitroglycerin in it, or nitrogen in it, of which I think, he did blow up his tower. So whatever Wikipedia says, I don't think they're accurate. Actually, there's a lot of Wikipedia that's not accurate in there, and I know because you can type in your own Wikipedia. So I will leave it at that. Thank you so much, Taurus, for watching this. I hope you have a great day, afternoon, whatever, and I will catch you in the mid-month zodiac reading. I will catch you then. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.